Curious about this beautiful personal ring organizer? Let's dig in and figure out where this secondhand beauty is from. Hello, my name is Linda, also known as Tortagialla around the internet, and I love creative journaling and all things stationery. And today I want to share this personal ring organizer that I've actually had for a while, but I have not shared it before. So let's take a closer look because I think it's very interesting for all of us who love planners. I would consider this planner as vintage, even though I really have no idea from when it actually dates. I bought it secondhand and it was in excellent condition, practically not used, or perhaps just used very carefully. So I picked it up even though I knew nothing about the brand itself. But I saw that inside it had cross rings. So they were in working order, and I thought, hey, if it has cross rings, it's probably pretty good quality in general. So then I did some internet sleuthing and I found out that the brand, which is French, so excuse my pronunciation, but it says L'Agenda Moderne, is the brand. It has it embossed on the inside of the planner, and it also came in this box, so it has it on the outside written. And with the internet, Google search, it basically takes you to the Quo Vadis 1954 online shop, the current one. So I suppose it's part of that company, but maybe they have just branded a line of planners this other name, L'Agenda Moderne, maybe because it's more luxury, because they are quite pricey, and they are leather organizers or covers for planners. And if you look at the website now, they do have a lot for sale, even though you cannot find this particular organizer. The current selection has like leather covers that are a completely different type of leather. They're around like €100 range in terms of pricing, and there are some that look like even nicer leathers, and the price just goes up from there. Different textures, different leather colors. So I don't know when this exact organizer actually dates from. I could not find anything else online regarding this particular organizer. So let's just take a closer look at this vintage beauty. I will consider it vintage. It's also because when I first saw it, I don't know why, but in my mind, I immediately thought it was from the 70s. The leather itself, it just makes me think of luggage from that era. I don't know if that makes sense or if that is just my own weird associations and assumptions from my experience. But the color, it definitely looks like it would fit into those years, right? Like the fashion, the furniture colors. So this leather, it's very soft, and you can see the organizer itself, it's super floppy. There is structure, so maybe it has some kind of coating, or maybe there's like a very thin piece of structure inside the front and back cover to give it stability. I'm not really sure, but it really does just look like they are pieces of leather that are sewn together with the ring mechanism attached in the middle. So you can bend this over itself and squish it around. It's just super, super floppy in that way. It is not stiff like some of the other, like Filofax or Heritage kind of leathers. The texture of this leather also is very, very nice. I like this sort of pebbly look, but I don't know if it's is that stamped on, or is that the actual leather? I have a feeling that it's the actual naturalness of the leather because there are variations, but I don't know. The color is sort of like a burnt orange to me, very autumn, very nice. And I will let me show you the whole outside so that you can see there's like this consistent sort of like pebbling texture, but there are some like veins or striations. I'm not sure how you would describe it, but you can see there's some variation to the texture. So I don't know, someone else that knows a lot more about leather would know, but to me it seems just very nice to the touch and everything. So this organizer is the classic personal size. It has a snap closure in silver, and the snap closure has the Leggenda Moderne written on it, so it is branded. But the bottom part of the snap closure, it says like ZE Co Milano, I think. So I'm assuming made in Italy. Like usually that has something to do with quality. And the stitching you can see all around this organizer is very nice, very uniform in a matching color thread, and again, it just really seems like it's pieces of leather sewn together to make this planner. I don't know, again, if there's some kind of stiffener or something added to this, but it is super flexible, even though it has some structure, obviously, to like the front and back covers. But you can see that because of this, it has perfect flattability. I mean, it opens up completely flat, no issues. It can bend over itself. So it's really the material as well as the construction that allows this to happen. And again, it's very in line with most of like the vintage binders that work in this way. So now let's take a look on the inside. There's the embossing logo on the bottom here, but it's almost hard to see because it's just an impression. There's no coloring. It says Leggenda Moderne, Paris, made in France. And I did take out some of the things that I had in here, but let me just show you on the left-hand side here, there are 6 credit card pockets. So definitely a lot. And also a full-length pocket on the left-hand side. And if you look inside the pockets, you can see that there is some type of like black fabric lining there. Then we have the ring mechanism in the center, and I'm not sure if it's 25 millimeter or 30 millimeter. Are you supposed to measure like top to bottom or left to right? Because it seems to be 25 millimeters like tall, but 30 millimeters wide. And you can see it's branded Krauss rings by the logo. And they work perfectly. They have such a nice feel to them when you like open and close, especially on the opening. It just seems like really soft, not like clanky, if that makes sense. I have random inserts in here because I was using this downstairs for some family calendaring things, but I have since abandoned it because the rings are so large, it's not really easy to write in constantly, especially if you have like so little pages. I like more the slim or compact binders for that kind of purpose. But yeah, that's just me and my struggles with ring planners. I think that these types of ring organizers, they just make really good like reference books in general when you have lots of pages in there, and you need to reference it. And if you flip to the back, you'll see that there are 2 full-length pockets on the back. And here you can see there's a lot of like texture in the leather. I really love it. I love seeing this kind of thing with the leather. It's so beautiful to me. And there is a pen loop, and you can see it's very nicely made. Like it's not just like, sewn in kind of thing. You can see that it has taken obviously more effort to make it in this fashion. And it's quite long and substantial, but it is pretty small in terms of fitting like smaller type pens. This is like an Otto needlepoint gel pen that I have in here. Now, if I can show you the edges of this organizer, you can see that it's just leather pieces like attached together. It's not too thick, and there's probably like some kind of glue or substance or something that they put all around the edges to seal it. So there might be some wear and tear on this part, but otherwise it's really nice. It's in full working order, in great condition. There's no scratches, nothing shows that it was really like used. So I think this would be really great for like the autumn fall time frame because of the color and the whole look and aesthetic. I will definitely include links below to the website, to this company, so you can check out their current models. But yeah, I could not find anything specific to this particular organizer or this type of leather. So again, that's why I assume it's just old, like vintage. I wanted to share a look at this because I think that my vintage binders, they're the ones that have the most character, and they also have really good like quality because they've lasted this long. Although we are all attracted by the shiny and new, of course, but I would encourage you to perhaps consider checking out charity shops, Goodwill, and the vintage market. There are so many beautiful and very practical, useful options out there. You really don't have to spend a lot to get something really nice, I think. And I also think that the whole vintage shopping, like searching, looking out for good deals, that can be a very fun experience as well. So, what do you think about this leather binder? Do you know the brand and maybe can share some details? Because I couldn't find any other information, but let me know down in the comments below if you know anything. And as always, thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Until next time, bye.